So today we are going to change our workbench into a mobile workbench with the SPACECARE workbench casters. Um, right now this is in the center of my workshop. It doesn't get moved too often, but we're rearranging things and this is going to find a new home. And I really didn't want to empty out all of the compartments, so I found these. These actually will hold up to 800 pounds. So there's quite a bit in here. Nowhere close to 800 pounds, but we're gonna give it a little try. So let's dive into it, and by the end of it, we'll see if you guys like it or not. To get the project started, a couple of tools that you're going to need is obviously a drill to pre-drill the holes. And I used a 3/16 bit. As you can see, 1/4 of an inch is going to be too big, where the 3/16 is going to allow you to get that screw in there. An impact driver is going to help you though get that screw in there. It's not necessary. You can use your drill. Just remember your clutch, because you do not want to strip these Phillips heads. It also came with a 17 millimeter and a 14 millimeter wrench. I wouldn't have used that. I went ahead and just grabbed a 17 millimeter socket. That's to tighten down the wheels. When you do that though, you're gonna need your thumb to hold down that bearing case so you can tighten it down and get it nice and tight. The other thing that I did is I took the cardboard template that came with the kit, and I actually just used 3M adhesive, attached it to a 1/4 of an inch piece of ply, and then cut it down to its dimensions. That way I could really get a good clamp on this to the leg. Now, one thing that I did that's different from the directions is, according to the directions, if your leg is less than 2.5 inches wide, they want you to use the 2 center holes. If your leg is wider than 2.5 inches, they say to use the 4 outside corner holes. Now, my leg is actually 2.5 inches wide, but it's a very thick, solid leg. So I went ahead and used all 6 holes. Now, we'll see how well it holds up, but I felt like the 3 on the top and 3 on the bottom would help it, especially with how hard it does come down. But we'll see how well it holds up. So if you do follow the instructions to the T, 2.5 inches or less, just use the 2 center holes. 2.5 and wider, use the 4 corners. Okay, so we're going to start with the template, and you have to cut off that bottom portion because it's going to come right to the bottom of the base. And then here is where I was talking about. I just used quick 3M adhesive, scrap piece of 1/4 inch piece of ply, and then attach that template down, making sure that the edge was resting perfectly on that square bottom. Once I had it in position, I could press down the adhesive and get the template to stick into place. Now a quick jump over to the miter saw just to trim off the excess of the plywood sheet, and now we have our template cut into the proper size. Now to make sure that we get our holes centered, I just used a quick punch here to get a nice starting point for my drill bit. Now again, that drill bit was a 3/16, and we can come back here, put a backer on there, and just drill all 6 holes. Now with our template made and ready, we can come over to our leg. Make sure we center it up with that little center point into the center of the leg. Once we have it there, we can clamp it down into place. Now we can come back with our drill and drill the holes. Again, if the leg is less than 2.5 inches, you just want to go into the 2 center holes. If it's greater, you can go into the 4 corners. Or if you're like me and you have a 2.5 inch leg and you don't want to follow their instructions, you can drill all 6. Now that we have the holes pre-drilled, we can come back with our plate, move it in position, and insert a screw. Just hold it in place just by inserting it by hand. Once we get it there, you can come back with your impact, tighten it down just a little bit, but before you fully tighten it down, you'll want to insert the rest of the screws and then come back and fully tighten them all into place. That way they'll all align up properly. And now we'll just repeat the same process with the bottom screws.
Now here is just inserting the wheel, and then that washer, and then the nut on top. They come me back with a 17mm socket. Now you can see my thumb is holding that little pivot into place so I can tighten down, and then once we have it tightened, we can swivel it all around and it's all good to go.
Okay, so another little quick tip, and I apologize, I'm not sure of the YouTuber that actually had this in their video, but it has to do with the wheel's position when indicating the foot pedal. They suggested that you actually have the wheel turned inward when it comes to engaging it, because when you push down, now it's bringing all this pressure right down onto the wheel and on a better support. Where if you have it out here and you engage it, you can see it's pressure, but there's nothing under there. So especially when it has to do with bigger weight, my bench actually can handle it a little bit with it out, but I will always remember to kind of keep those positioned in. So when it does engage, the whole wheel is taking the weight rather than this bracket here. That's nice. We got the full 360. Now when you go to put it down, I mean it comes down with some weight, so.
And there you have it. Thanks for watching. Please think about subscribing. As always, thanks for buzzing by. Now you go make some dust. A Busy Bee channel. Oh, really? Guess we'll just go steal the wives' scissors.